And we're back. Let's go onwards. Mission 5 of Devils and Swords. Unleash your might on the demonic gatekeepers. Also, I realized I forgot to point out the 4 in the Mission 4 cutscene, but to be fair, well, I do want to show off as many of those as I can, but I also don't remember where all those are, so, and I think that cutscene was one of them where I don't remember where it was, so, you know, keep an eye out for yourself, maybe. Tell me, like, in the comments if you see it. Let's see, for this mission, again, I'm gonna want to stick to Trickster right now, because I do want to, like, upgrade it as fast as I can for a secret mission later that upgraded Trickster will be very useful for it. But now, I finally have enough for Air Hike, thank God! But, of course, Air Hike also isn't available for Cerberus, so I can only use Air Hike whenever I have Rebellion equipped, so that's a little annoying.
Thanks for destroying the luck for me, devil boy! And welcome to hell! Please accept my gift. Don't be humble. Just take it. After all, we're buddies, aren't we?
I would just like to point out the way Dante fights these things in this cutscene is pretty much the exact wrong way to fight them in actual gameplay, in that don't use your sword immediately. I'll explain it in just a moment. Also, once this thing slides off the wall, any second now, there's the 5 in the blood. But yeah, first, you're going to want to shoot these things first and turn them into stone like this, because if you attack these things while they're still in their sort of like gelatinous looking form, they will end up splitting up into two of the I forget what these things are called, but you'll basically just end up with more than, like, you just end up creating more enemies than you had before instead of, like, defeating the one you already had. You're gonna need to turn them to stone first by shooting them. Like right there, I ended up accidentally hitting that one and it turned into 2. And that actually did pose a big problem for me the very first time I played this game, because apparently I was a huge fucking dumbass and I just couldn't comprehend the idea of shoot them first, and I just was stuck here forever, and I didn't come back to the game for years later. Though to be fair, another problem with that was because I was playing the original PC release of Devil May Cry 3, and oh boy, if you're playing these games on PC, do not buy Devil May Cry 3, individually, but make sure to buy the HD collection, because the original PC release of Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition is a huge piece of shit. Like, there are a couple of problems with that game, but the very biggest problem I remember facing is that on my Xbox controller, the left stick and the right stick, their uses were reversed. Which, in case you're not clear on how much that affects you, that means I had to use the same stick for movement as is, like, I have to use that thumb also for basically, like, all my commands and stuff, so I basically, like, if I wanted to, like, move and attack at the same time, I basically had to have this, like, weird claw grip on the controller, and it's amazing that I got this far at all, like, while doing that. But luckily, that's not a problem with the HD release. And speaking of things added in re-releases, Special Edition added these, like, little weird optional boss fights with Jester. They don't really have that much bearing on the plot, and this is really the only one you have to do. He appears like 2 other times in the game, and both times you can just skip right past it if you want to. But yeah, it's sort of neat little boss fights. I think he gets way more annoying on a higher difficulty, though. Yeah, then this caveman parts right here. Well, make like the cutscene, just make him dance until he tires himself out, and then just start wailing on him in this weakened state, and then be careful once he starts his actual attacks, because if you're not, these I'd rather you didn't, sir. But yeah, these balls can be very dangerous if you don't like pay attention to where they are in relation to your own location. Alright, yeah, I remember having a lot of trouble with him on more higher difficulties, but with like back on normal, he's a bit of a pushover actually, so shouldn't have that much trouble with him. Just need to finish him off real quick. Oh, damn it. Yeah, like that's an example of what I was talking about right there. Like when you're going in for the attack, those balls will like seriously mess you up. But yeah, like just short little diversions. I don't really dislike or like these boss fights. They're just sort of there, though I will try to do all of them. And now that we've done that, the door should be unlocked. This bridge is still broken. We won't be back to that until a little bit. I think actually, actually during this mission we'll get back to that. But for now, we're gonna want to head back up to where it said there was like an indentation where we could place something, because now we have that thing. I forget what it's called. Yeah, the astronomical board. We put that there, and then I think those walls should come down. Yeah. And because those are down, we can now grab that thingamabob down there. And also that activates this like platform at the bottom here, which I'll show it off right now. If we use it, we can use it to quickly bounce up in between the floors. Yeah, we'll grab this here. The Vergil. Yeah, this is this little trident thing. I believe that means we're gonna want to go back through the blue door from earlier. If you'll remember, there was like that sort of like raised cage from earlier in that one room where we fought the enigmas. This is what we're gonna use that to open. I could like just go right past these guys, but compared to Devil May Cry 2, where I was basically trying to avoid every encounter I could, the combat in this game is so fun. I honestly, there might just be some encounters I might just restart for the hell of it. Yeah, head right here. Okay, stop. Sure. Remember, in Devil May Cry, if something isn't working, break it, and then it will work, because that's how logic works. And now we have the Soul of Steel, which we shall be using in just a moment. But now we got more enemies will come to attack us now, more echidnas and gluttonies. Wait, I call them echidnas enigmas. I'm not fighting freaking Knuckles here. Good God, can you imagine some sort of Sonic the Hedgehog and Devil May Cry crossover? I don't think the universe could handle the sheer combined cockiness of Sonic and Dante together. It would just implode in an energy of smug. Ah, darn it. Tried to destroy some of the projectiles with the Cerberus there, but alas, it did not work, and I just got more damage from my trouble. And I think, yeah, that should be the end of them. Okay, looks like we're going back then instead of through that way. Probably a good idea because that'd just be more rooms we'd have to go through. Oh, man, I'm real close to leveling up Trickster. Like, next to the health on the left, you can see like the current like experience and level for the current style you have equipped, and as you can see, the meter for the experience is very nearly full. Like, actually, let's see how close it is. Oh, I might get it by the end of this mission. But yeah, now that we have the Soul of Steel, we are gonna want to head back up to where that collapsed walkway was. Let's take a quick moment. And now that we have the Soul of Steel, we can Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade to cross this chasm. Here's another combat adjudicator. This time works only with Cerberus. Like, for example, if I try to hit with Rebellion, it will say, "I'm the combat adjudicator. Only a technique icy cool to the core can move me." And you know, of course, ice cool refers to Cerberus. Yep, alright, that one had to get me up to an A rank. As you can imagine, the further we get into the game, the more demanding and ranking these things will be. And there are some that can get real tough. Especially since, due to the nature of them, you can only use the one weapon compared to like actual combat where once you start running out of variety, you can just switch to your other weapon. Yeah, put the Soul Steel here. Unlock the door. Damn it. This is what I wanted the upgraded level Trickster for, but I'm not sure. Hopefully I'll be able to work without it. But it's for this secret mission here. Is this secret mission too? Oh wait, no, it isn't a secret mission. Whew. The secret mission just takes place in this area. I should be able to do this secret mission. I just have to defeat all the enigmas without getting hit. So just... no time limit, you just gotta be careful about all the attacks coming at you. Oh, yeah, but yeah, one hit, mission immediately fails. Look, you can hop right back into it. Oh, darn it, I got greedy there. This might be quiet for a moment just so I can focus on this. Oh, I forgot I had air hike. That's honest. Oh, and there's my style level up. Now that I have Trickster level 2, I can dash twice in quick succession, and I also have an air dash, so I have more control of being able to dodge in the air now. I think that's all that unlocked for Trickster level 2. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Yeah, now I can dash twice like this, so that's very useful for getting out of sticky situations. And if something's coming for me in the air, now I can dodge out of the way that too. Actually, yeah, that extra level Trickster is really helpful for this mission. Alright, yeah, I got this time. There we go. This little trial and error is all needed. And once again, another blue or pregnant. How many do I have right now? How do I check? I have 2 out of 4. Once again, activate this elevator here. Hop right on. And this elevator is different from the one before, which, well, we'll see how that is in just a moment. Enemies will attack you on this one, and if there are too many enemies on this one at once, the elevator will fall back down, and you will have to start again. So you're either going to want to defeat these guys as fast as possible, or find out a way you can just, like, push them off of the platform itself before more enemies come on. Otherwise, well, like I said, you're basically gonna have to start all the way from the bottom. Don't focus too much on style, just get them gone. Or, wait, let me see. Let me see. Does this trick also work in... Well, also, I believe if you just, like, use the air dash over the wall, then wall hike, which is the wall run all the way up. I believe it might also despawn some of the enemies, so if you're just feeling cheap, you can also do that. And as you can see, it also got me up high enough that it considered me getting to the next room. And let's see, do I have all the things I want for this next boss? I believe I do. Maybe there's some more moves I can buy. I don't think so, though. Oh, no, actually, I could buy a blue orb. Yeah, sure. Pretty good to have for early game. Oh man, I love these guys. Dante ain't having none of it though.
How do I know? We need to come up with something. Brother, our guest is sighing. Sigh. What is sigh?
How dumb do you have to be to not understand the concept of sighing?
How long are you two gonna keep carrying on like this? In case you didn't get the hint, I'll spell it out. You're a guest. Wants to go through. Got it?
Our job here is to guard this pool. That's right. We can't let you pass.
So here we have Agni and Rudra, the third actual boss of this game, and as you can see, they each have individual health bars, so be careful about that. Well, I wasn't sure about the Gigapede. I know for sure that since Agni, the red one here, is fire themed, he is weaker to Cerberus than other weapons, so if you can get the chance, try and use Cerberus on him. And also try to... There we go! Time that attack just right, and you will knock his sword out of his hand and just have the opportunity to just go absolutely nuts on him. Try not to just focus on one of these guys too much, though. So, like, now, since I've done a pretty decent bit of damage to Agni, I'm going to focus on Rudra now, who unfortunately does not share the same weakness Cerberus that Agni did. And the reason for that is if you manage to kill one of the brothers, then the surviving one will gather up his sword and become more powerful. But if you can defeat both of them quick, like pretty much right after you defeat the first one, you defeat the second one, you can manage to defeat them before that happens. So it is a good idea to keep them from getting that different in health. So, like I said, focus on Rudra right now instead of Agni. And even though they're like I said, the weakness for Cerberus isn't there for him, Cerberus is still a good weapon for knocking the swords out of her hands, so it's a pretty good idea to just stick with that. Oh, damn it. Oh, like, see, look at that. Alright, Cerberus let me... I wasn't even focusing on Agni, and I still managed to knock it out of his hand with Cerberus. Getting a bit of damage, though, so should probably try to avoid that a bit more. Oh, and yeah, like right there, they can sometimes accidentally hit each other, so, and that's always be helpful for you. I am almost dead, so I gotta be careful. Ah, damn it! Yeah, like, if this is your first time playing the game, expect to die a lot. Just accept it, it's gonna happen, but you're gonna learn from it. timed it just right. Right, now let's focus on Agony. Oh! I did that on complete accident. Will work perfectly. Okay, this run is going a lot better. Wow. That's kind of crazy how much better this is going than the first go.
You scared? Come and get me.
There we go. Alright, I think I finally got the timing down on these guys, which actually before, like just now, I don't think I have, but looks like I do now. So that's nice. Oh, dang it. Still got hit, though. Oh, darn. Oh, okay, got hit, but I still managed to knock the sword out of his hand, so I will take that hit. It was worth it, I say. Okay, I got Agni down to just a sliver of health now, so I think that's a perfect time to focus on Rudra. Yeah, look at that. Since they were both so low in health, I was able to finish off the second brother before they even got a chance to, like, power up. Though that doesn't mean I failed to show that off for anyone experiencing this game for the first time. Fuck.
Someone who can control
Damn it.
us. My name is Agni, and my name is Rudra. You shall take us with you. We could be a great help to you.
Okay, but on one condition.
What is it? Name it.
No talking.
Fair enough. As you wish.
It is interesting how, like, Agni and Rudra, I think, are, like, the only, like, devil arms in this game who are, like, devil arms to begin with, instead of just being sort of, like, a boss and then transforming into a weapon, because, like, even while we were fighting them, they were just the heads on the swords, they just had bodies that held themselves for some reason. It was weird.
No talking. Good.
But yeah, now we have Agni and Rudra. I don't think we have it equipped though, because yeah, Cerberus is taking up the slot. Or, well, once we get a chance to show it off, your loadout can basically be any two weapons of each type you want. So, theoretically, I could ditch Rebellion altogether and go just Cerberus and Agni and Rudra, though I generally prefer to have Rebellion and Ebony and Ivory on me at all times. So, do whatever works for you. That's the great thing about this game. It offers a lot of variety. Let's save. It's mission 5. If I remember how these missions go, it's about 2 more missions before I'll end the stream then. So I might end up making this second recording end up a little short, though. Oh, we'll see. Oh, this is a cool cutscene. I'll just shut up because it's cool. I would just like to point out that she is 100% human, yet she is still pulling off like Dante levels of crazy bullshit. She is awesome. and I'm saying her name for now, but oh, also there's another blatant example of the numbers. There's the 6 for mission 6. Mission 6, family ties. Clear the trial and forge a new path. Let's see, can I buy anything? Let's see. I don't think so. Though maybe I can get some for Agni and Rudra. Let's see. Jetstream, Whirlwind, Air Hike. Luckily, Agni and Rudra also has Air Hike, though. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, you have to buy it all over again, and that is annoying as all hell. Let's see. Jetstream is that just a... Yeah, it's a Stinger replacement, and Whirlwind is the launcher. But yeah, first off, I will swap Cerberus out with Agni and Rudra, because, like I said, I prefer just keep Rebellion on me at all times, even though you don't have to if you don't want to. And I think I'm going to switch back to Swordmaster for this. Let's see, what moves does Swordmaster give Agni and Rudra? It gives Agni and Rudra its own version of Aerial Rave and Cross Swords, which I don't remember being that useful, but more variation. Always nice. Let's start mission 6, which, if I remember, this can be a real short mission if you want it to, though. It can also be a bit longer if you want to unlock all the things you can in this mission. So, here we have these 3 trials here. This one is your Trial of Wisdom over here. From the crawling infant to the man standing tall, and finally the old man leaning on his cane. That can be... really, this part right here is only difficult the first time you play this game if you're having trouble figuring out that riddle right there, but the baby crawling, that's it's crawling on 4 limbs, so that's 4 lights. Man standing tall on 2 legs, so 2 lights. And the old man with his cane is... that's 3 points of contact, so 3 lights. And boom. Done already. So, yeah. We only need to... I think we only need to complete 2 of these trials, but if we want to unlock something extra, we will do all 3 of them. Which I will do, even though I honestly don't use the reward you get all that much. Next is the Trial of Skill, which is basically dodge the spears as they're coming down the room at you. Not that hard. Oh. Might be a little hard without Trickster though I did just forget I had Air Hike again. I should probably remember that. It's probably very useful to know. Yep, done already. Though, once we're done with this one, some enemies will spawn to try and stop us, but shouldn't be too hard. Let's show off Agni and Rudra a bit. Dual swords, fire and wind theme, though. Really, the fire element is what's mostly noticeable when you take its elemental effect in account. I don't think there's really any types of enemies in this game where like wind is effective against them. Only ones where like this won't really be helpful for us because we've already gone past it, but Agni and Rudra is effective against Cerberus. Though, like, since by the time you acquire Agni and Rudra, you've already beaten Cerberus, so that's only effective knowledge on replays. But yeah. This has a couple of combos, I think. Let me just double check. Agni and Rudra. Yeah, 3 combos. The basic is just mash combo, which is 5 presses. Then a pause combo after first attack. And then a pause combo after every attack with a crazy combo at the end. So, let's see. Here is the basic combo. But yeah, hang on. That is the first pause combo. And here... Okay, that was the regular version of combo. I need to mash more if I want to get crazy on it. There we go. So yeah, just wail on guys with that. Instead of a stinger, you get like this sort of charging, slashing attack. Oh, I didn't unlock it yet. But I was trying to do the equivalent to the launcher. Aerial. Agni Rouge's version of aerial raid, which does end with that like sort of helm splitter type attack, though its regular air attack is similar to Cerberus's, where you just do one slash in the air, and the other sword master move you can do is just that cross attack there. So let me check, are there any other ones I can do with Agni Rouge? No, those are the only ones I have for now. But anyways, let's head on. Get to the last trial, which I believe is actually the most annoying out of these trials, if it is what I think it is. It is. Dang it, this is a really annoying part. Generally on replays, I skip this because the reward you get for completing all three, it carries over on all playthroughs, so you only need to do 2 from that point on. But these enemies right now, they are currently devil triggered, which means even if I do manage to hit them successfully, I cannot stun lock them. So even if I'm hitting them, they will still manage to like work through the attacks and attack me. We can deactivate the devil trigger, but to do that, we have to make sure both of these like things that you wail on that light up all lights are activated at the same time. And if either one of them deactivates, the enemies will regain their devil trigger until you reactivate one of them. So this encounter is a bit annoying, where you basically just have to go back and forth between the enemies and the wall thingies and just all over the place if you don't want to face them with devil trigger. There are probably some people who can face them with devil trigger fine enough, like probably people who play Dante in the Sky, where enemies do end up getting devil triggered in like pretty much every encounter. But I am not good at that at all. So I'm unfortunately having to keep going back to wail on these things until these guys are weak again. Just really breaks the flow for me. But honestly, I'm looking back on it on normal, it's not that difficult. It's more problem on the higher difficulties when these enemies are already more tough. And we have another thing you can spin on, like the stripper pullback from the beginning. But yeah, on higher difficulties, this segment can get really annoying, which is why I generally just skip it. Dang it. Getting stun locked by these guys. I'm the one who should be doing the stun locking. It's only fun when I break the game, guys! Though admittedly, stun locking isn't breaking the game. It's a basic mechanic in these type of games. Damn, these guys all already almost killed me. Alright, it's DT'd again, but I think I might be able to work through it to kill this guy.
You scared?
There we go, yeah. And that is the last thing we need to grab. The essence of fighting. So I believe the mission is pretty much done at this point. We just have to use these things now. Put in one gem and pretty much nothing happens. Put in another, and then this laser here will destroy the rubble blocking the door out of here. And if we just had 2, then yeah, we could just finish the mission here now. But now that we have 3, this thing will lower. And now we have Artemis, a new firearm that we can use, which admittedly I actually don't use this weapon at all, so I probably just I just extended this. I pretty much only did that for completionist reasons. I really won't use that weapon at all, but in case you're curious what it does, it's basically like a laser weapon, sort of similar to Nightmare B from DMC 1, though it doesn't do that thing. I don't think it eats up your Devilature like Nightmare did. What it does, though, is like, I forget if you need Gunslinger or not to do this, but it does allow you to, like, lock on to multiple enemies at once. I never got the hang of it, though. Also, Combat Adjudicator for Agni and Vergil right there. So, yeah, I just got some I'm probably never going to use. Glad I wasted due time with that. And here we, of course, have another example of the ever so fun Devil May Cry platforming. I think there's something up here other than the red orb, so I might be thinking of a similar place to this. I think I'm thinking of somewhere else, never mind.
Well. You've grown stronger.
Go to hell.
You point a gun at me? Your own kin? Your dear papa?
Dun dun dun.
The family I ever had was my mother. And she's dead.
No, seriously, if Arkham being her dad, her mom must have been like the most attractive person in the universe for her to come out looking as good as she does if he's her dad. Or maybe he looked fine at some point, because otherwise I just do not see anyone having a kid with this guy. BS. My playing my this game said I was BS. Right, so this will probably be the last mission before I end the stream. So depending on how it goes, the second video might be a little short on the short side, but I do think this is a good spot to end it after this mission. And Gwen Stacy. No, seriously, her leg should have been ripped off her body from that grab.
No wonder this guy looks so funny today.
Let me go.
Let you go? But it would be a waste if you ended up as just a pretty stain.
No, you gotta respect, she's to the point. Gives you warning, then she shoots you.
Here I am trying to help you, and you show your thanks by shooting me? Whatever. Do as you please.
So he's a demon too.
Dang it, I wanted to murder a human being.
I'm beginning to think I've got rotten luck with women.
So, first of all, 7 there from the blood trail Dante left. But does that line, like, is that line just Dante being his usual, like, snarky self? Or does he literally, like, have a common problem with him trying to hit on women and them shooting him in the face? Because if so, you may want to change his approach a little in that case. Let's see, I'm going to want to switch back to Trickster for this, I believe. And also switch back to Cerberus is going to be most useful, I think. And anything else I can get. I guess I'll get Windmill. I don't find it that much a useful move, though it is nice to have a variety in the moveset, as always. Oh, a chance meeting. Duel of the Demon Children. That is a cool last name, or subtitle to mission. I think I'm gonna want to head down before I head up. Yeah, gonna want to head down here to this library. Oh, and I believe this is gonna show what I meant about maybe it's a good thing Dante just completely wrecking these statues, because it turns out these things are enemies. So it's entirely possible we were just solving some problems before they even started back then. These guys aren't too tough, you just gotta be cautious of their swing there, and otherwise I can go down pretty fast. Gonna want to grab that there. I forget if I just need to grab that or if I need to grab anything else though. Music's still playing, so that means there's still some statues around to mess up. Oh! I tried to time that just perfectly where the launcher would have had me dodge out of the way, but nope. It was like a split second too late. So, yeah, let's head on back. Back onto the springy thingies here. Grab some orbs along the way. And I believe we should be at the top now. Yep. Pitch Black Void. Apparently, just this random view of the city is the Pitch Black Void. I do like the ridiculously cool names that a lot of these rooms have, though, jokes aside. I wish a room in my house was called the Pitch Black Void. Oh, I wonder what the circumstances would have to be for me to call it that. Yeah, here's what I was thinking about earlier. There's a blue orb up here, and maybe a secret mission? Alright, there's the blue orb, and I think if I go... Oh, full blue orb. And I think if I just hop up on here, I think... Is this a secret mission? Oh. Give me a moment. Damn it. I don't jump good. Huh. Could have sworn there was a secret mission on one of these parts, though. Maybe I did miss it earlier. Miss it. I talk good. Oh, damn. You have just more statues. There will be more like types of these statues that we face later on, though right now we only got worried about these sword ones, and they're, like I said, they're pretty easy to deal with when they're on their own. Again, no other types of statues with them as backup. Do get a little more difficult on higher difficulties, you know, more health and stuff. What do we have over here? Vital Star. I think I might have actually wanted to switch to Sword Master around now, actually, and then switch back to Trickster towards the end level. Also, I accidentally went to where I wanted to go. Now we have these guys, I forget what they're called. They're a little annoying at first, but once you figure out their pattern, they're pretty easy to deal with. You just gotta avoid all these spirit things and the swing of their weird tube thingies. Just ghost container things. But once you do get their pattern down, the biggest problem you'll be facing with them is that they do have a bit of health. So they might distract you from some of the more easily defeated enemies as they attack you while you're focused on them. they do launch these like ghost things around, but I actually don't know if I've ever been hit by them, so I don't know if they're an actual attack. Maybe they're just a weird visual thing. Oh, that didn't work at all. He just completely no-sold that attack. Let's grab the shiny from over here. Siren Shriek. That's gonna come useful in just a moment. First, we're gonna want to head through here. And, oh, combat adjudicator for rebellion. Oh wow, this one surprised me quite a bit. Double S? Oh no, I have to go all the way up to triple S. Which, by the way, I don't think I brought that up. This is the game that introduced the style ranking all the way up to triple S instead of just S. Might be having a little trouble here. Again, I probably should have used Sword Master. This would have made this a bit easier. But, well, we can survive without it. Like, that's the nice thing about all the styles is that, like, they do help a bit and they do provide new options for it, but none of them are ever necessary to use. So, like, since I don't really feel that much desire to use Royal Guard, I don't have to use it. There's never really a point in the game where it's like, hey, you need to use Royal Guard here. Though there are, of course, points where certain styles are more useful. You can survive without them. Alright, put the fragment there, and that should open up this door down to the elevator. And I believe now that we have the Siren Shriek, we should be able to handle this door that's on fire, which I realized I just completely ignored. That must have been very strange to people watching this for the first time. There's just this door on fire and I didn't comment on it at all. Just normal, everyday things going on here. But yeah, just use the Siren Shrieks and that should put out the Siren Shriek and that should put out the flames. Darn. Oh. Got it. Do I go this way yet? No, but there is a yellow orb down here. Or gold orb, I guess, since that's the setting I was using. Again, I'm sorry if there are just periods where I just go completely silent, but the gameplay for Devil May Cry 3 is a little, like, mentally demanding, I guess. Like, it does require your focus, so if I just start talking, my actual gameplay probably will suffer. Like, I'm pretty sure it's already happened at some point, so I think I've actually been doing pretty good so far. Alright, now we just have to destroy this ball here before it recedes back up, which shouldn't be too hard. Just don't stop wailing on it, and there we go. Got a crystal skull, and now we can backtrack all the way up to that one room with where we fought the statues at the top. See towards the final part of this mission, but first let's kill us some more demons. Oh, darn it. That was out of range of that attack, but it looks like it caught me on the edge there. Okay, these Lusts are being a lot more annoying than I remember them being, which I don't know if that's like me being distracted due to commentating their stuff, or is it if I just completely forgot about them being annoying, or maybe I'm just off for another reason entirely. But yeah, that's what it looks like if you're not firing Ebony and Ivory off, just surfing on the demon all over the place. Which is a move I think they removed in Devil May Cry 4, and that upsets me immensely because it's not, admittedly, it's not the most useful move, but it's still cool as hell. Just, hey, look at me, I'm surfing on the demon. Look, and in some cases, it is a little useful if you just want to like try to escape from like the situation you're in, like, and just plow through some more demons as you're out, as you want out of there. And of course, more variety for your style ranking. I keep saying that a lot, but variety is like the most useful thing to think about when it comes to getting your style up. And of course, not getting hit, which I have not been doing great at so far. Alright, and now I believe it should be a mostly clear shot. Actually, there might be some guys in this hallway again. Nope, looks like we're clear all the way back up to the top of the tower. Back into the elevator. Bit more. Oh, looks like there's we gotta fight these guys again before we can progress. No problem, we've been handling them pretty well. Yeah, I did bring this up earlier, but actually, what the hell is that thing they're carrying? I've never thought about before, like until now, and I don't know why. Like, I guess in my head it always just sort of clicked as like a coffin, sort of, but looking at it now, it's clearly some sort of like ghost engine? What in the hell is it? Actually, wait, maybe there's something in the enemy file. Let's see. What are these guys? They are... Did I pass over them? Gigapede, Hell Vanguards. Oh, these guys are hells. They're greeds. Netherworld jailers who govern souls. Okay, so that is sort of like just some like prison for souls. And it says it calls on them for help, but like I said, I'm not sure I've actually never ever seen the souls in that thing ever actually managed to hit me. And I'm like never even like tried to dodge them, I guess. I've only ever tried to... Oh! And here is the Hell Vanguard, a regular enemy already. It's basically the same as the boss fight. Literally no difference, I don't even think in the health. Yeah, biggest problem is when it like disappears like that, and you just gotta keep an eye on where it's about to pop from and then immediately dodge. Like that, like... Just make sure you dodge out of the way, like the... Actually, I think I remember seeing someone bring this up. There's a gong effect that it sounds before it appears again. Once you hear that, that's when you're going to want to dodge. I think that was like very useful information for me to hear on. It's either Very Hard or Dante Must Die. I think it was Dante Must Die. But yeah, now we have the Crystal Skull. We can place it in here. And this should open up this door. The way the doors open in this game is awesome. This is actually where Arkham and Vergil were earlier, I believe, and I think even then, this like crystal, red orb crystal, might have been visible in the background then. Also, why does it look like someone just wiped the screen with Vaseline? It's just there's this motion blur when I'm moving that's not present anywhere else. Has Dante got vertigo or something? Because we're going to go even higher in a second and he doesn't seem to have a problem. And here we go. Here comes the fun part. Yeah, you thought everything before was awesome. This is where shit gets real.
You showed up.
You sure know how to throw a party. No food, no drinks, and the only babe just left.
My sincerest apology, brother. I was so eager to see you, I couldn't concentrate on preparations for the bash.
I do love for like how like stoic and like more like serious Vergil is compared to Dante. You can still sort of tell they're brothers, and like how he still sort of plays along with Dante's like just joking around there. Like I think like the dynamic between Dante and Vergil is just one of the best things about this game.
You got that right.
So anyway, first fight with Vergil, and if you were having trouble before, dear God, you're gonna get your ass kicked here. Really, most of the fights with not most, all the fights with Vergil are the highlights of this game. Right now, he's at his most limited, where he only has his sword Yamato, but he's still pretty dangerous if you don't know his patterns and stuff. But once he's stunned for a bit, just step back for a bit and taunt him, and I believe in some circumstances he'll even taunt you back when you do that. But yeah, once you do get a good figure on his patterns, he should be fairly easy to fight in this form, because he really only has like his moveset with Yamato right now, and it's not the most complex thing in the world. But he still does have all these teleportation moves and like slash attacks that can be a little difficult to deal with if you not familiar. I was gonna just say how much I love that like pre-fight cutscene with him. I could probably like recite the script of that scene entirely from memory. It's so quotable. Also, if Vergil's attack hits these statue things, it'll cut them and it looks really cool. And yeah, actually, like if you notice during the fight, like once you get his health to a certain point, his hair will actually get like knocked down, similar to Dante's. Yeah, even though we technically won the fight in terms of gameplay, in like reality, Dante's getting his fucking ass kicked.
Why do you refuse to gain power? The power of our father, Sparta.
Father? I don't have a father. I just don't like you, that's all.
And look at that, they are pushing their swords so hard together that they are literally glowing with, like, heat and energy.
Foolishness, Dante. Foolishness. Might controls everything. And without strength, you cannot protect anything. Let alone yourself.
And let me say, as someone with a younger brother, I can say this is 100% accurate as to how all my interactions with him go. Not one difference at all. I'm serious. And the double tap. Not even a moment of hesitation. Just the moment he saw him moving again, just finish him off.
Yes. Now the spell Sparta cast will be broken.
Yeah.
See a devil inside you has awakened as well.
Oh god. I was actually like someone like the Devil May Cry subreddit. I was talking with someone was thinking about bringing up a thread about how maybe like this game should be like getting like a proper HD remaster. And I was saying like sure. Then I thought of that scene and I thought, you know, I'm pretty sure I'd live my life fine without seeing that scene where Dante punches through the sword and shifts his hand around in high definition. Like, I'm fine with that sticking to 2D, or like PS2 graphics, not 2D graphics. Like, it looks cool, but dear god, it would look gross as hell. Also, here's our Devil Trigger. Sorry, I think it's actually my favorite design for Devil Trigger, and it was actually made by one of the art people for the Shin Megami Tensei series, I believe. I believe it was in, like, thanks for them allowing Dante, his Devil May Cry 2 appearance to appear in Shin Megami Tensei 3. So, neat little detail there. And also, that's why, if you're curious, why Atlas is, like, in the credits and stuff. But yeah, we just got our ass handed to us. So it sounds like a good place to end the stream as anywhere. But, yeah, Dante's or Vergil is probably, like, generally these like types of action games generally have some sort of rival character, but none of them hold a fucking candle to Vergil, because the progression with him is just perfect. I think like with this first fight, as you can see, in the end we were the ones who ended up losing, and now we have, well, motivation, as what Vergil would say, as you may have heard, to like get stronger and improve ourselves so that we can go back and kick his ass again. Also, well, as I brought up earlier, there's going to be a point that I think it's a good part to end of the stream, the boss fight with Vergil, is that because even within the context of the story, the fights with Vergil do pretty well to like signify the change between the acts and the story. Like this, without the fight with Vergil, there was the end Act 1, and after this we're going in Act 2. But I'm rambling now, I'll just save the game and end the stream. I am so glad I'm finally done with Devil May Cry 2 and actually playing a very, very good game. Thanks for anyone who's watching this. If you want to make sure you know when I'm streaming more stuff, try to follow me on my Twitter. It's also HaloSpaz117. And if you're just watching the stream and not sure where I put the recordings, my YouTube is also HaloSpaz117. And if you're doing the opposite and watching the recordings and not sure where I stream, it's Twitch at HaloSpaz117. And I believe that's everything I want to say. Thanks for anyone who showed up, and thanks for anyone who's watching the recording on YouTube. I will see you guys next time.